Welcome to the third annual Conference of Institute for Social Science and Humanities, also known as Iran Academia. Iran Academia is actually making its 12th year's anniversary, which is a really important milestone for them. And I'm sure you all know how much effort all the members of the team, and especially Ali Reza put in place to make it happen and bring all of us here together. Anyways, if you haven't downloaded the app, please make sure you are downloading it because it's a really packed conference and there's so many things happening in parallel to each other. And it's important, for you to kind of navigate your space. Also, some of you have seen there's a space out there, two spaces. One is for Natural Asu and other, I know Baran is here and a couple of other publications with amazing books that you can buy there. Also, there are some art pieces here, so make sure you're visiting them during the break, but be on time when you're getting to the session. In all of this, I want to take a moment and look into your faces and appreciate you for being here. All of you chose at some point in your life to dedicate your life and your well-being in creating change and pursuing knowledge for Iran. And this is not a simple task. And I know you sacrificed a lot. So I invite you to take a moment, look around you, look into the face of your fellow person sitting next to you, and appreciate them. And I think this unity, this being togetherness, is something that the Iranian community needs it more than ever right now in this turmoil time, that with all of the things that's happening inside and outside Iran. So to show our unity and appreciation for each other, can I ask you to do me a favor and clap your hand in sync with me and the others to show our unity with each other? Love you. And on that note, we have another amazing person who dedicated her life and her well-being all of these years to Iran and to the cause of Iran. She's been a political activist inside the country. She's been in prison. She fled the country and came to this country, made an amazing life for herself. She's a prominent part of Frankfurt. She's been a mayor, deputy mayor, and she's been a doctorate of psychotherapist. And not only the people of Germany knew her, we also came to know her much better during the last 3 years ago. And she's been putting a lot of effort into the movement of women like freedom, as well as bringing the Iranian community together. So join me in welcoming Nargess Eskandari to the stage. Thank you so much, Nargess, for being here.
Thank you so much, dear Negin. Thank you so much, everybody, that you're here. Maybe a couple of sentences in Persian language. به تمامی شما خوش آمدگویی می‌کنم. به شهر فرانکفورت به عنوان شهردار شهر فرانکفورت برای من افتخاری است که شما امروز در دانشگاه فرانکفورت حضور دارید. آکادمی ایران این شهر رو به نظر من قدرتمندتر می‌کنه که برای آزادی، برای دموکراسی بجنگه. ممنونم از تک تک شما اینجا حضور دارید. برای من افتخاری است که امروز در کنار شما هستم. تشکر. Dear members of the Academy of Iran, dear all of you, I know a lot of you are coming from Europe, from US, from London, and I'm really appreciate to say thank you that you're here. I'm honored to welcome you to the students' halls of Goethe University of Frankfurt am Main. As mayor of Frankfurt, I am generously impressed by the Third International Conference on Contemporary Iranian Studies, hosted here with over 120 speakers and 50 panels exploring the diverse fields of Iranian research. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, as we were in Frankfurt, I really hope the academic of spite of the city of great thinkers like Adorno. I think most of you know Adorno, and the home of cultural theory will become a part of our journey. The mission of Iranian Academy to provide accessible and unconcerned, and that's important for me to see it like now you know all of the research in Iran, all of the research in most of part of countries in the world ever concerned, knowledge in the social sciences and humanities. It's essential, especially given the repression of academic freedom in many parts of the world, such as in the case of Iran. In the shadow of dictatorship, like Iran regime, the pursuit of knowledge and scientific progress, unfortunately, suffers greatly. Dictatorships thrive on control and suppression, and science rooted in freedom and intellectual exploration stands in a direct opposition to such a totalitarian impulses. Historical examples from Nazi regime, and it's important for me to you to speak in this place in the university, Goethe University. The Nazi regime to the contemporary Islamic regime illustrate a disturbing pattern when regimes seek to dominate and manipulate every aspect of society. They entrap all of the research in Iran, target academic institutions with scholars and threats to their control. It's very important to me today to highlight the place where we are gathering today. We are standing, I don't know, I hope all of you know, this place, the name is IG Farbenhaus. It was the name. Once in the headquarters of IG Farben, a company played involved with the Nazi regime and horrors here in this country of the Holocaust, and jointly responsible for industrial mass murdering of millions of people in the Holocaust. Standing here today, I want you, and that is important for this conference, to remember those dark times. We all are responsible to ensure they never repeated, not in Germany, not in Europe, not in all of the world. Yet we remember we must also turn our attention to the threat posed by the Iranian regime, whose agenda, and you know better than me, includes the destruction of Israel, because of history has shown the danger of ignoring and underestimating such threats. Dear honored guests today, what we are seeing in Iran today is a regime of repressive policies extend into universities and research institutions, where scholars face persecution to their ideas, and students' movements we know in the last 45 years that the movements of students' brutality crushed. As we approach the 2 years mark since the onset of the woman, life, freedom, زن زندگی آزادی, revolution in Iran, we are conformed with the shuddering reality. Since the brutal murder of Jina Mahsa Amini, not a single day has passed without shocking news emerging from Iran. The tragic cycle of violence is continuing over and over again. From Jina Mahsa Amini to Anita Garavant, and now to Arezou Badri. It's deeply troubling to know that brave academic researchers, activists, who should have been here in Germany in a university, they must be here among us today, or rather imprisoned, standing for one simple thing: freedom and democracy. But the regime is not a threat only to the people of Iran. The regime is a threat, but to entire world. In the expansionist ideology of fascism, we know that in Germany, Islamism, anti-Semitism seeks to spread, to influence to beyond Iran's border, endangering global stability and security. And now, with the war in the Middle East going on and the role of the regime is playing in it, we finally to admit that the response of the Western countries has failed. As politician, I know that in Germany also. In recent years, Europe and the US have exhibited a troubling double standard regarding the terror regime in Iran. The regime's opening brutality, including torture, I know what I am talking about, sexual violence, execution, and mass imprisonment has often been met with troubling indifference from Western powers and countries. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have your academic conference. Now, in my opinion, it is time to cut all diplomatic and economic ties with the regime and to place the revolutionary guards, Sepah Pastaran, on the terror list. We need to truly answer to the Iranian people's demands. Today, I want to share you, it's the time to do it maybe in the not so nice times, to share you a good news. That means much to me. On the September 16, on the memorial of Jina Mahsa Amini, we are going to rename the place in front of Guntersburg's Park to Jina Mahsa Amini. We are very proud of this and hope that the other cities will follow it. افتخاری فرمین به شهر فرانکفورت برای من افتخار بزرگیه که به عنوان اولین شهرها در آلمان، در اروپا، میدانی اسم ژینا مهسا امینی در شهر من هست. همه شما دعوت میکنم 16 قرار بکنم To conclude, I want to say, seeing all of you, please come. For me personally, it's a great day to see all of you, to thinking of Mahsa, to thinking of all of brave women, men in Iran. I envision a future where this conference, and I hope sometime This conference will happen in Iran, in Tehran. I wish you inspiring days filled with new perspectives and making new connections at the ICCI 2024. I would like to see us come out of this event, and that will be my wish, and I hope you're going to do that with a resolution. I sign it when you want. A resolution from this conference that makes strong demands for researching, strong demands for freedom, strong demands for democracy, and the global Iran policy. I hope one time we are free in Iran. I hope one time researching is free in Iran. And I hope sometimes we have the opportunity to have such a free conference in Iran. Shinzian Azadi, Barayazadi Iran. Thank you.